So basically, I thought I'd make this just sort of show the effect that sort of the camp era of TV had on men in the gay community, and the effect it had on the people that were actually involved in the camp sort of revolution in TV around the sort of 60s, 70s, with people like John Inman and Kenny Everett, more into the 80s, and Kenneth Williams. So as well as asking people about how they felt the camp men were portrayed, I also asked the effect that they think it had on the community, and that, for instance, it was quite an undercover community at the time, and how it made them feel, and if it made them feel threatened or more comfortable and that sort of thing. So I just thought I'd put this whole thing together and give you a bit of an insight into how gay men think about the way TV portrayed them in that era.
I always liked the Carry On films, and Kenneth Williams was that definite comedy camp.
But don't you see, it raises the problem of sex.
Ah, sure, you matron, I wouldn't dream of bothering you in that way.
In some ways, certain people were tolerated. Knowing that they were gay, obviously, tolerated. Some people just didn't know. Probably women knew more than men. And some men thought the likes of Kenneth Williams were just a bit effeminate.
Don't rush me. I think you'll find it's worth waiting for.
Yeah, so it's Christmas, but you won't find me stuffing your turkey.
I think they was only liked, obviously, because they was in films and things like that. If they'd have been at their times, outside of them being a star, they'd have just got a lot of shit at that point. Because there was no rights or anything for gay people or camp people and stuff like at that time. But like Kenny Everett was.
Anyway, it's all done in the best possible taste.
And he took his camp and drag and everything else to a different level of what people had already seen. Like just having a name like Cupid Stunt for a start, and having a beard.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the different variations of representation.
I was sitting there, you see, and there came this knock on my knocker. And come in, I cried. It was Everard. When he came in, we is wet, and he came in.
As a 12.
None of them ever came out or anything, did they? It's always a character. When you can't be yourself, you be a character. You put yourself a wall in front of yourself, so obviously it was a lot harder back then than it is now. And they've portrayed that and made a career out of it. It is hard.
Well, it's
TV and entertainment wouldn't be what it was if it wasn't for camp people, even just camp people. Because even if they're not gay, they're still portrayed as gay.
yeah.
Go on! Camp it up! Oh, get her once! I'll scratch your eyes out!
I hope you really enjoyed this sort of insight into it, and I hope it's sort of been slightly educational, although I doubt it has been. I just hope that you've taken something from this. Thank you.